And I'm back with the second video on the Sunex impact sockets. So as you can see, this is a 13-piece 3/8 drives. Number is 3358. These are the short ones that I already showed you. And this is the new 3359 13-piece 3/8 deep sockets that I just got today. So now I have both of them. I can show you the comparison of how big the actual cases are. And as you can see, there is a slight difference in the short sockets 13-piece and the deep sockets 13-piece. So definitely a little longer than the small one here, but let me see. Yeah, let me open that up. I want to do a comparison here. And on the top I have the Pro Pittsburgh Pros that I want to do a comparison with. So let's start with the overall case. Just like before, this one's plastic here. So hopefully they'll upgrade this, because over time this plastic things just break, as we all know. I actually just threw away my 100-something set of Dremel box because the tabs that closed were plastic just like this, and they broke, and I just got a small case from Home Depot, and I put all the stuff in there. I just threw the case out just because of that. It's pretty much useless. You can't even close it anymore, so it was just taking a lot of space. Numbers are well marked, as you can see, and they do come with oil. I did clean them just like the other one before. I don't want to spend time doing that right now on the video. So let's take the let's see, I went ahead and measured the depth from 10 to 13 and then compared it to the half inch. The 10 to 13 here are actually, let me see, deeper than the half inch, but from 14 and up, the half inch are deeper, a little deeper than these. So just to give you an idea, right here I just have the short half inch, but I want to, well, let's take a look, a closer look. Again, hopefully they'll increase the size of the labels. The numbers themselves, they're kind of slow. I mean, kind of small. They are stamped on the back, but they're kind of small still. You can put some paint, which I will do later, just to bring that out more, even though it's in there. But I definitely prefer a bigger numbers on these. So just like the, let me see, 19, let me get the 19 short. Just like the 19 short, it's pretty much the same. So let me see if I can get some light in here. I don't want to move it because I do get some glare. But let's see here. Can I get that? Come on. There we go. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. So you can see it's definitely a little deep in there. So these are the short and the deep sockets for the Sunex. And what I want to do is actually compare it with, let me get the 19 on here, with the Pittsburgh Pros. And one thing I have to mention is the these things, as you can see, I have used quite a bit. Not that much, but I have used them. And the Pittsburgh Pro are also chromoly, which I totally forgot about. And as you can see, these are chromoly as well. So that's the thickness, just to give you an idea. Obviously the half is a little bit thicker. Actually, they're almost about the same if you look at it, but it's definitely thicker on this side, as you can see. And so that's the 19 short, and as you can see, there's a difference in size. So that's definitely a big change in weight as well, which is what I want. But I also want to be able to use it with the ratchet, as I mentioned before. Another thing I want to show you, since I had to buy the 24, which didn't come with the Pittsburgh, Pro. Let me see here. Is that the only one? I think it is on the short. But the channel lock is also a chromoly. So if you want to check channel lock, the channel lock website, they might have another set just like these. I don't know. I didn't check. Now the reason I ended up with this is because I had a Home Depot gift card. So I was pretty much stuck with whatever they had, which is a little more expensive than Amazon after I looked at it. And so because of that, I was stuck with this. They did ship fairly quickly. I got the other one the first week. I got this one this on Sunday they delivered. This one came from back in Florida. The other one came from within California. So just to give you an idea, you're not gonna get everything from the same, even though it was the same order. They came from different places, but it is what it is. That's what they had. But I did want to mention that the channel lock is actually chromoly as well as my regular Pittsburgh, and they have definitely been really good, which I forgot about. So now that I got these because they were chromoly, and I forgot that these were the same as well. So let me take a look at the, I don't know, let's look at the 10. The one that everybody keeps saying that they lose, but I try to take care of my stuff as much as I can. So this one again starts from 7 all the way to 19, just like the short ones. So it's exactly the same. It's just deep. Um, Let me see. The 17 is definitely not as deep as the 17 half an inch. So this one may not fit that sensor that I thought about uh, earlier that I took off on my car. So it's kind of a trade-off there. I haven't tried it, but I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, I can't say that, but it's about 3 millimeters shorter. This one's 3 millimeters shorter than the other half, so that may make a big difference. Just to give you an idea. So here's my 10 Pittsburgh Pro, and let's take a look. Whoop. This is the wrong one, right? Yep, it is, but anyway. Let me get these 10 here. So you can see the big difference in size 10, 10 for the shorts. Let me see. These two are almost about the same weight. Okay, this one's a little more, but as you can see, this isn't turned down all the way. Just like others, which is fine, but may not be as deep. So again, I haven't used them, so we'll see how that goes. But they are chromoly, so I don't expect any problems. And what I've heard about Sunex is that their warranty is also very good. As you may or may not have seen the previous video that I did on the warranty for Craftsman, they just took my address, name, and number down, and they sent me a whole new set of screwdrivers that I had for years and used those, and so that was pretty nice. I never tried the Sunex. They are lifetime warranted, and hopefully I won't have to use it. And obviously that's the best warranty, the one you don't have to use, because everything just works. So on the other end here, this one was a little better. It wasn't smashed like the first case, so it works okay for now. Again, it's all plastic, as you can see, but I just like that it's all in here, because on these, although that's not, it's not a huge deal, it's easier to get to, but when I'm outside, if there's dirt, you can see all the dirt getting into these things because of the wind blowing into all my tools or whatever. So that's why I like the small cases, at least for these two, and we'll see how that works. And at least now I can use it with the ratchet as well, so I don't have to keep running to the other set and trying to figure out what I want, what I need. Excuse me. And I think Great Pneumatic has another set where you do get the sorry about that, where you do get the deep and the short ones in one case. But if obviously the more sockets you have, the heavier it's going to be. So most of the time I think I find myself using just the short ones, unless you're doing large bolts like on the suspensions and I don't know, maybe timing belt and stuff like that. For the most part you don't really even need most of the big ones. So when I do, I have these and I have those, so hopefully I won't have to take these out as much as the other ones. And obviously the deep ones, you know, you need them once in a while, but at least the good thing on this one is that they're actually not as thick as those, so they should fit pretty well on other things. What do I do with the 19? So let's take a look. And yeah, it's definitely slightly bigger. I don't know, I'll say maybe a millimeter bigger or two, or one and a half maybe, if anything. I mean, I could be totally off, but it is slightly smaller than the half inch in terms of the overall diameter here, as you can see. And they do have the chamfer on the front. These Pittsburghs have the chamfer here. As you can see with the impacts, they have a little bit of a tiny bit of wear, maybe just the color, but overall they've been holding up really well, and these don't. So having all that, it should help keep it in shape, since they're smaller too. Um, and you just gotta line up that hole, which it's not a huge deal, but anyway, not much else I can think of from the top of my head here about the sockets. I'm pretty happy with these. Oh, and there was another company that had them together too. So Pittsburgh Pro are also chromoly. The deep Pittsburgh that I realized they're not chromoly. They're the regular CRVs, but they've held up fine, and I'm not using them every day again. So for those, I think it's fine. I mean, I wish I would have gotten the same, but you know, you kind of learn as you go. At least for some of us, that's for me, because you know, I never actually did too much of my own work until recently, but it's just something you learn as you go. And some tools are a little better than others, and you know, you get whatever you can afford. So I hope that helps. I don't want to keep talking too much, because that's pretty much it as far as the two Sunex sockets. And now you can see the difference in the size of the case right there. So this one's about 12 inches maybe. This one's about 6, if I were to guess, give or take. Yeah, about 6 inches right there. So you can see if this may fit or may not fit in your toolbox or tool bag. But here, let me show you the box, just like the other one. So you can see same stuff on the back, and there are the numbers. I hope that shows okay. There you go. I hope that helps.